Okay, we're going to pivot now. We were in the European Union perspective. Let's go down to Latin America. Our next speaker is Dr. Mauricio Chang Salazar. Dr. Salazar is a renowned head and neck surgeon with an esteemed background in medical training from the University of Chile, who plays a crucial role in the head and neck surgery oncology unit at Guillermo Benavente Hospital, and coordinates the oncology unit for head and neck surgery and skin cancer at Clinica Sanatorio Alemán en Concepción. In addition to his medical achievements, Dr. Mauricio Chang Salazar is a dedicated volunteer firefighter, a commitment that he has upheld for the last 28 years, serving in various capacities across Chile. He currently serves as the Chief Medical Officer for the Urban Search and Rescue Firefighter Group of Chile and imparts his knowledge as an instructor in the rescue areas of National Firefighting Academy. And as on a personal note, as you all may know from reading the news, that Chile has just undergone a couple of different wildland fires. And I was texting with Dr. Chang Salazar, and he's like, yep, I'm in a fire right now. He's like turning off a fire. This is an amazing individual. Please join me in welcoming to the stage to give us our Latin American perspective, Dr. Mauricio Chang Salazar.
Thank you. I had some notes. Okay. The cancer is scary for all of us, for the doctors, for the person, for us like firefighters. Cancer is, in firefighter, is a global health problem that makes no difference between men, women, professionals or volunteers, not even between nationalities or specific regions. Latin America is a region made up of a group of countries where the dominant language is derived from the Latin, from Italia, Roma. Do you remember that? It has a population of 700 million people, and one of the most characteristic elements is poverty and income inequality. In this area, 1/3 of the population does not have access to health insurance, and 43% of the population under 14 years live in poverty. In Latin America, we have like 1.5 million of firefighters, which share the same socioeconomic pattern, and especially among the volunteer firefighters who have the same limitation from the health access. The majority of the firefighters in our region are volunteers, but we also have professional firefighters in almost every country, and others belong to the police of military. I come from Chile, a long and narrow country located in the southern cone of America with about 6,500 kilometers of long and 20 million of inhabitants, many of you know for his attractions, like the desert of Atacama, no? The Moais of Easter Island, the Torres del Paine. Do you remember that? The rescue of the miners in Chile, and Pedro Pascal now. But many, you know, the tragic history of Chile, being one of the countries most prone to natural disasters in the world. You can see the Calbuco eruption in 2015, the earthquake and subsequent tsunami in Valdivia in 1960. This earthquake has been the largest since the record began, and if we look at the top 10 earthquakes in the world, Chile ranks third of this list. The Valdivia earthquake and subsequent tsunami in 1960 killed people as far away as California, Alaska, Hawaii, New Zealand, and Japan. Recently, we have the death of the former president, and if you see the news, one of the deadliest fire in the story in Viña del Mar, with more than 200 dead or missing. Everything is happening in Chile. And all this emergency has been handled by Chilean firefighters, an institution that it's more than 117 years old and had some 15,000 firefighters through the country, 100% volunteers. But let's go back to America Latina and see what's the reality of our fighters in terms, or our firefighter in terms of cancer prevention. Oh, sorry. If we analyze the research data on the topic at the regional level, we will surprise to know that the published work are scarce and often have very little impact. Here we have two published works, one of them gathered by Dr. Cava Martinez in Dominican Republic, and another carried out by the University of Concepcion where I work last year. If we talk about the specific prevention programs, the picture is even darker. And the lack of campaign at the Latin America level is disturbing. Only the Santiago Fire Department with 22 stations created a cancer prevention plan in 2022. With a specific measure and dissemination campaign, unfortunately, maintain these measures over the time require financial investment, personnel, and time. This is a campaign just in one fire department. As we are for about 5 years, I have trained multiple fire departments from Chile, Argentina, Paraguay, and Colombia in cancer prevention. However, beyond an explanatory class, the real impact of these activities is minimal. As I said, except for the example of Santiago de Chile Fire Department, there are not institutional policies. The American Firefighter Organization, OBA, developed a helmet cleaning course available in his website. However, great commitment is required from the authorities. We have not planned to long term. So, as I said, for example, after content search already said that we are very far away. Therefore, we have to duty to ask ourselves why today in 2024, with all the information available with so much evidence, the fire of Latin America have not put the cancer prevention among our priorities. Why? The resources or problems, the money. Without detracting from the previous ones, we'll always have the cost of I'm not interested. Perhaps firefighters as an institution do not believe that cancer prevention is a priority, at least not today. So if we look at Latin America from this perspective, it's absolutely understandable that there was not a representative from our region in the 2022 working group of occupation experts as the firefighters. So why happened that? So we have to know where we are. We have to know why we are here. So we make a survey. The first aspect to evaluate was the work time, therefore exposure that our firefighters have, and we see 25% of them dedicate more than 22 hours per week to the service. In our case, many young firefighters, students, live in the fire station, therefore they dedicate every night to service. In my case, while attending medical school for 7 years, I live at the fire station. 73% of the fire department do not have discontamination procedures at the fire essence, but firefighters and their equipment are transported without cleaning or decontamination inside the cabin of the trucks or personal vehicles of the firefighters. 66% of fire departments do not have procedures for decontaminate equipment and uniform after the fire. What happened with this uniform? They are used again by firefighters, loaded with contaminant over and over again. 63% don't have protocols to prevent cross-contamination within the stations. 18.4% the fire station do not have personal transfer rooms and therefore contamination limitation within the common areas of the station. Even today, there are stations where firefighter uniforms are found at the foot of the firefighter beds. When we look at individual action of firefighter, we can find that 34% transport their dirty uniform in their private vehicles. 37% do not have facilities to decontaminate their equipment at the station itself. 24% of firefighters must leave their uniform in common area, bedrooms, rest area, dining room, etc. 24% use their uniform without cleaning for activities within the station, such as exercise, academics, or meetings. So we asked our firefighters if they believe the measures should be implemented to reduce the risk of cancer at the national level. They respond with a categorical 93% that these measures are very necessary. And here, for the time, an interesting aspect also appears, which is the firefighter's self-criticism, which seems very important to us. If you observe, 35% of those survived respond that there is a lack of individual interest in recognize the risks and protecting themselves. Furthermore, 55% believe that there is a general ignorance of the part of firefighter about the risk of cancer. So, if we don't know, why would we care to take measures to protect ourselves? With this information, I made several calls to my authorities. I come to the OVA. I reached to the organization, OVA, exposing the lack of regional policies on cancer prevention in firefighter. After some conversation, we already have a commitment to start a prevention program. What we are today, we have to already left the space for the issue to be discussed in the next OVA General Assembly. We will work to create instances of risk awareness through the dissemination material and the training of monitors. We will be able to evaluate this result in the medium term with better tools that we already have. Why not next year we will present in the same symposium the progress we have made in this period. We have that commitment. Finally, on a way of conclusion, Latin America has a heterogeneous universe of firefighter where prevention has not been a priority. It's time to raise awareness and initiate prevention plans at the regional level. We count on our commitment and we expect your support. Thank you very much.